On June 6, 2025, India became the world's fourth largest economy, overtaking Japan. The country's GDP now stands at an impressive $4.18 trillion. This figure represents a significant transformation in India's economic landscape. A decade ago, India's GDP was $2 trillion. In 2019, India surpassed the United Kingdom in global GDP rankings. Since then, the economy has doubled in size. India's recent growth rates have been remarkable: 9.2% in 2023 to 24, 6.5% in 2024 to 25, and 7.4% in the first quarter of 2025. It is currently recognized as the fastest-growing major economy globally. This economic leap is driven by the energy and ambition of India's large and youthful population. The development has attracted significant international attention. Analysts attribute this progress to consistent effort and resilience across multiple sectors. India is increasingly seen as a confident player on the global economic stage. Many observers believe this is only the beginning of India's economic ascent. What factors are propelling India's remarkable economic expansion? Decisive government policies and sweeping reforms have played a pivotal role. Large-scale infrastructure investments, spanning roads, ports, and highways, have stimulated growth and generated employment. Programs such as Make in India and Production linked incentives have positioned the country as a manufacturing center. The introduction of GST unified the national market, while Digital India and UPI have transformed payment systems. A significant demographic advantage, over 65% of the population is under 35, continues to drive innovation and domestic demand. The information technology sector remains globally competitive, generating $245 billion in revenue last year. Manufacturing is expanding rapidly, particularly in electronics, automobiles, and pharmaceuticals. The construction sector is experiencing robust growth, contributing to job creation and infrastructure development. Agriculture, supported by favorable monsoons, continues to enhance rural incomes and consumption. These diverse sectors are advancing in tandem. India's economic growth is broad-based and demonstrates considerable resilience. The nation is not only expanding economically, but also undergoing significant transformation. Global attention is increasingly focused on India's economic momentum. India's trajectory suggests continued progress on multiple fronts. How does India position itself in the current global economic landscape? Today, India is recognized as one of the world's leading economic powers. The United States remains at the forefront, followed by China and Germany. India has now secured the fourth position, overtaking Japan in global economic rankings. With a growth rate of 7.4%, India is currently outpacing both China and the global average. The country's share of global GDP continues to rise, increasing its influence in international affairs. India's role is becoming increasingly significant in global trade, climate negotiations, and policy discussions. This development is prompting a shift in how India is perceived internationally. India is now viewed not only as a populous nation, but as a dynamic and influential economic force. This elevated status brings new responsibilities and opportunities within the global community. Observers note that India is increasingly positioned to play a leadership role, both regionally and worldwide. This period is widely regarded as one of significant potential and optimism for India's future. The international community continues to monitor India's progress with keen interest. India's emergence as the world's fourth largest economy marks a significant milestone, yet notable challenges persist. Per capita income remains comparatively low, and disparities between regions and communities continue to be pronounced. Both private and foreign investment require further stimulation, while global uncertainties pose potential risks to sustained growth. Continued government expenditure is essential to maintain economic momentum. Recent tax reductions and anticipated rate cuts are expected to encourage consumer spending and investment activity. A favorable monsoon season would further support agricultural output and rural incomes. Economic growth is projected to stabilize at approximately 6%, a rate considered both healthy and sustainable. India's trajectory is characterized by resilience, innovation, and a dynamic youthful workforce. The nation's current achievements are substantial, yet its aspirations extend further. The next target is to surpass Germany and become the world's third-largest economy by 2028. Achieving this will depend on ongoing reforms and a commitment to inclusive growth. The outlook for India's future is not only positive, but exceptionally promising. The country's economic journey is still in its early stages, with significant potential ahead.